Hey, sorry everybody, we had some bad connections near the First Nations of Musqueam. I don't know what's going on. There's a dead spot there with the cell phone service. Kind of crazy, but anyway, we're for business. And we were chatting about it. I don't know how much of that
you can watch movie, but
actually will be on the tape here. So maybe after a while we'll recap that challenge that I want to put out there for men in my age group and those people that have men in my age group in their lives. So we'll talk about that after a while. But right now, we finished our coffee that we got from McDonald's in Pinoca. And McDonald's is one of Norm's favorite restaurants, so she likes to support them whenever she can. So we just passed one and she said, "I want an ice cream." And Ryan said, "I don't need an ice cream." "But I want an ice cream." So we're gonna go get an ice cream, I guess. Hello there, chicken. Are you back with us again?
Mm-hmm.
How's the view from where you're sitting in the passenger seat? Still nothing?
My computer.
Oh, your computer's hanging up.
My computer.
So anyway, let's get one thing straight. Since you're in the passenger seat, why don't you just remember that while I'm driving and don't try to do any driving from there. That'll help me out a lot.
Okay.
Especially when we're in the city and we have to deal with all these crazy Viper 6 drivers. So, anyway, what do you guys want? Anything? Ryan, you want a blue slushie? Get one. I'm going to get one. You want a fruit punch? Okay, we'll get two of those.
Get me fruit fun and the ice cream cone too.
I shouldn't drink all that sugar and stuff, but man, on a hot day like today, it sure
Need
tastes
to
good.
Sugar up, right?
Need to sugar up. I'll just do a few more rounds with the push mower on the yard to burn off the extra calories. So, we're going to Edmonton today. And it's business, it's not pleasure, as the title goes. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to order here. Have we figured it out yet? Two blue slushies? Three?
Yeah.
Oh, fruit punch.
Fun.
And then ice cream still?
Yeah, ice cream cone.
Hi, could I get 3 blue slushies, medium ones?
Yep.
And an ice cream cone.
Fruit punch.
Oh, sorry, fruit punch, not the blue ones. 3 fruit punch.
And then an ice cream?
And an ice cream cone, yeah. And that should do for now.
$7.35.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Who? What girl?
Just said have a nice day.
Oh, that's very nice of
Very
her.
nice.
Yeah. That's a for sure. That's a for sure. So we're gonna grab a Slurpee here, and then probably the next McDonald's will. What would we do? Would be needing coffee again by the time we get the next McDonald's in Leduc, probably. But we'll cross that road when we get to it. And so anyway, we're traveling up Highway 2A, and the live stream cut out. So like I said, we got a few things we might have to recap because we just finished doing that attempt at 24-hour live stream off the roof of my house and in our yard and down the highway later. I did that because of the Life in a Day 2020. So I've still got a bit of work to do. I've got to edit that thing before Saturday and make my submission to YouTube to see if I could be considered to be put into the movie, the feature film that's going to be rendered out of all of the submissions from all the YouTubers that joined in on Saturday there, filming and then sharing what their day was like in the planet. It's going to be a really cool project. I'm not sure. I have no real expectation that any of my work will end up in the movie. I'm just really happy to have participated like I did, and I spent much of the day reflecting on the whole concept of what is it to be a human being in 2020 and that particular day on this planet, with all of the challenge we're facing as in the modern world. And today's we're faced with so many challenges that basically are biting at the heels of our civilization, right? And I was thinking about what could I do to make a difference. And so I was riding my lawn tractor and I came up with this crazy idea. So I'll share serve that to you again later on. Hello. Yeah. And the ice cream? And the ice cream, right? Yeah.
How much?
$7.35, please.
6. 7. 35. Exact.
Exact. All right, we got some of these ancient tokens here that we never use anymore.
Pardon?
We have some of those ancient tokens for you. We never use those kind of things anymore, so. Have a good one, eh?
You do.
Yeah, thanks. Look at this. This post is right in the way here again.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Can you code that?
That's a crazy post.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put some of these posts in such a weird spot. I tried to drive away from it and I just about got
You did it.
hooked the tires on the darn thing. Thank you. Thanks a lot. That's the second time I just about wrecked the car. I wrecked it, I don't know, a month ago or something at the A&W in Pinoca. Same problem. They got a really bad setup to get to the drive-through window and pull out of there. And I don't know what this guy's gonna do. He's waiting for his something or other. He's waiting for his something or other. He's got his mouth chomping away on something tasty looking. But anyway, pulled in the A&W and yapping with one of the people that I'm quite familiar with in the A&W, and they're quite friendly all the time, and yapping away, and then pull away, and all of a sudden the car gets hooked up on their stupid pole, and I scraped the soft bumper and then a little bit of the paint on the body proper. So we're gonna have to get that repaired at some point. My bad. And boy, Norm was mad at me that day. And the lady I was talking to, she gave me one of those, oh, you're in big shit looks, right, as we drove away from there. But, you know, a week later, Norm was fine. She didn't talk to me for a week or so. And she's okay now. But she thinks I'm a bad driver now, maybe because I'm getting older and my cutie's not that good, you know.
You want your drink now?
Yeah, I'll take my drink now. But I think it's because she's always trying to drive from the passenger side, and I keep telling her,
I did nothing.
anytime you want to take over the steering wheel, I'll be glad to take the back seat.
Yeah.
But she never wants to drive, so that's
I don't want everyone to be in danger.
she doesn't want to be anyone in danger. She's a good driver. When I first met her, she was ripping up and down the streets of Bangkok in Thailand. That's where she's from when I met her. And she could drive like a Bangkok taxi driver. And if you've ever been to Bangkok,
Just to show off.
if you've ever been to Bangkok and you fly in there at Suvarnabhumi Airport and you get into a pink and green taxi, I don't know what's the company called, pink and green taxi. Just taxi?
That's okay.
It's not a name. There's not a company name on it. It's not like yellow cab anyway. It's basically.
Asian, honey. And it's work. It's so.
Oh, you're just showing off. Oh, I see. You're trying to catch a farang, eh, for a husband. Is that what was going on? Yeah. Well, anyway, if you ever been there and you get in a taxi and you're gonna head down to Koh San Road or something from Suvarnabhumi Airport, hang on. They got those grab bars in taxis for a reason. Hang on, because there's no speed limit on those roads coming from the airport to downtown. And you're in for a fright if you've never been there and seen that before. These pussycats on Highway 2 running into Edmonton, they don't even know how to drive when you compare it to those guys. But anyway, that's what Norm was like when I first met her. She was a crazy driver. Well, I don't know, crazy, but she can handle that kind of traffic there. And now she doesn't like to drive. Oh, I get too scared. Oh, not on a mountain road. Oh, not on a busy road. Oh, not on a curvy road. Oh, not on a quiet road. She basically doesn't like to drive anymore. So I get stuck doing most of the driving. I can't wait till Ryan's 14 and he can get his learner's license and take over. Oh, I'm so happy to get Ryan in her life. He's going to be the IT guy, the driver. What else can Ryan do? He can do it all.
You raise your kid to be celeb?
No. But he can do it all. And it's all fun for Ryan. Like when he's 14, 16, he'll enjoy driving, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was
So-
like that, right, when I first driving.
Oh yeah, I got my first car when I was about 15, I think. And, as soon as I got my driver's license, I was away. Nothing I like better than driving. But yeah, that's that story. So anyway, that's reminded me of that when I just about hit that pole here now. So where were we before that? Oh yeah, we were talking about that project I was on. We get more details about that. But, so anyway, here's Wetaskiwin, and there's the cemetery. That's a cemetery there. Every place has got a cemetery, don't they? They kind of tuck them away by freeways now, or maybe the freeways just grow up around the cemeteries, because once you're in the ground there, you don't move anywhere. So keep that in mind as you're pondering life in a day 2020. It's a short ride, and you better make the best of it. If you're not having fun on any particular day, maybe you're doing it wrong. Right?
Yes.
Right, tight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's that story. Anyway, Wetaskiwin's nice of it.
Mm-hmm. I
One of
like
these-
that flower.
Museum. That's one of my favorite museums in the province. Take a tour around there, especially when they have their open weekends where they bring all the machinery out, show you how they did things back in the ancient times, 100 years ago. Some of that equipment they got there is old steam stuff. They have it restored and preserved, and a lot of it is able to be on display and with it, or just putt around. Big engines with one piston just popping up and down, running on kerosene or something. Pretty cool stuff. I like that kind of thing. So that's what Wetaskiwin has to offer, as well as what else they got in Wetaskiwin that's interesting?
Hospital.
Hospital. Okay.
They have that
How
new
interesting
water
is that?
park.
Oh yeah, they got a really great water park there.
With you
That's
can
right.
surf there in the park.
Yeah, we haven't been to that. We've been to look at it, but when we go for water, especially in the wintertime, when we go for water, we go to the Cullicut Center in Red Deer. That facility's been there for I don't know how many years now, but they keep it up pretty nice. It doesn't have all the fancier stuff like they're putting in water parks now. But Wetaskiwin, I guess, has a surf zone there, so you can practice surfing. We got, I don't know what the machine's called. We saw one in Kelowna last year when we were in Kelowna. Ryan tried it out. Hey, Ryan? Ryan?
You watch his movie.
Oh, he's watching a movie. Ryan tried it out. You can get on that, and it just simulates a surfing experience. So we might have to try that this winter when everything
Say
gets
hello
opened up
to
again.
Jock.
Hey, Jock, how you doing there, buddy? How's things there in Scotland? We're just on the road here. We got a road trip to Edmonton today. We got some business to take care of, and we had some things to talk about, Jock. And I wanted to thank you for your video about bridges and squirrels. And I kind of sent you experience after walking. Get a regular conversation, not something to shy away from. And I think you really did a great service by mentioning that in your film, and I just wanted to thank you for that. It kind of inspired me to try and do the same thing. So Ryan and I, we were out the other day, and we were driving down this country road, and we saw this cow that was kind of looked like in a precarious situation. He was just a foot or so away from a drop, about maybe 8 or 9 feet. He might not have died if the ground collapsed, but he would have probably injured himself and probably would have been put down or something. So we kind of did it as a bit of a spoof, but we made a little video about it, and I think it turned out pretty good. So in that description, I mentioned your name and your channel, and how watching your video kind of inspired me to do something the same, to promote kindness to other people when you can, and making depression and suicide regular conversations, so there isn't that stigma that always goes with mental health issues, right? So just want to again thank you for what you're doing with your channel. I think you're a great humanitarian, and you're a smart filmmaker, and we sure appreciate what you're doing there, my friend.
He said that's wonderful to hear. Is playing forward. Really
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, you bet. I think that's, YouTube's a great platform for that, right? Any kind of a cause that a
It's an
person
honor,
thinks
he
that
said.
they can put forward and try to make someone else's life a little bit easier. Why not? Like you say, pay it forward, and if you change one life with anything that you're doing, you save a life or make somebody's day. Isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what being a human being's all about? Is supporting and helping each other, right? We're the family of man, right? This is